I started the live stream.
Sorry.
Nose bulging thing.
Yeah.
No, keep it straight. It is simple. Like this is clean. I could, means I was watching if it was coming and I saw somebody kept it here. So I came.
Yeah, that's what we just moved this one, the slide, and
Means, this is good. Means little bit Prabhu comes also. You can see little bit of Srinivas Govinda.
Yeah.
And also it's not ideally perfect to keep in front of Srinivas Govinda because Prabhu will be facing his back to
yeah.
the
So should we move a little bit?
slightly to the right or something.
It's quite good.
So let it be like this. Like this ambience is good.
Do you want those lights or you don't have it?
So let it be like this. Just make sure that nobody moves this. This is the proper. If you can see it. So you can see Prabhu, you can see Nanda, you can see the Lord, you can see the back.
Yeah.
So it's a good ambience. Don't just keep it here. It's a very round angle.
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Jaya Krishna Balaram, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're beginning from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 7, text 5. Please repeat. If you want to see, you can see it on the screen what I'm chanting. Apareyam Bhutam Mahabaho Yayedam Dharyate Jagat Apareyam Itastvanyam Prakritim Vidhi Me Param Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Yayedam Dharyate Jagat. So I go directly to translation and purport. Please repeat translation. Besides this inferior nature, O mighty Armed Arjuna, there is a superior energy of mind, which are all living entities who are struggling with material nature and are sustaining the universe. Purport. Here it is clearly mentioned that living entities belong to the superior nature or energy of the Supreme Lord. The inferior energy is matter manifested in different elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Both forms of material nature, namely gross earth, gross matter, earth, etc., and the subtle matter, mind, etc., are products of the inferior energy. The living entities who are exploiting these inferior energies for different purposes are the superior energy of the Supreme Lord, and it is due to this energy that the entire material world functions. The cosmic manifestation has no power to act unless it is moved by the superior energy, the living entity. Energies are always controlled by the energetic, and therefore the living entities are always controlled by the Lord. They have no independent existence. They are never equally powerful.
The distinction between the living entities and the Lord is described in Srimad Bhagavatam as follows in Canto 10, chapter 87, verse 30. Aparimita dhruvastanubhruto isarvagatas tarhim nasashyate tiniyamo dhruvaneta ratha ajanichayanmayam tad avimuchyanyantru bhavet samam anujanatam yad amatam matadustataya. O Supreme Eternal, if the embodied living entities were eternal and all-pervading like you, then they would not be under your control. But if the living entities are accepted as minute energies of your Lordship, then they are at once subjected to your supreme control. Therefore, real liberation entails surrender by the living entities to your control, and that surrender will make them happy. In that constitutional position only can they be controllers. Therefore, men with limited knowledge who advocate the monistic theory that God and the living entities are equal in all respects are actually misleading themselves and others. The Supreme Lord Krishna is the only controller, and all living entities are controlled by him. These living entities are his superior energy because the quality of their existence is one and the same with the Supreme, but they are never equal to the Lord in quantity of power. While exploiting the gross and subtle inferior energy, matter, the superior energy, the living entity, forgets his real spiritual mind and intelligence. This forgetfulness is due to the influence of matter upon the living entity. But when the living entity becomes free from the influence of the illusory material energy, he attains the stage called mukti or liberation. The false ego, under the influence of material illusion, thinks, I am matter and material acquisitions are mine. His actual position is realized when he is liberated from all material ideas, including the conception of his becoming one in all respects with God. Therefore, one may conclude that the Gita confirms the living entity to be only one of the multi-energies of Krishna. And when this energy is freed from material contamination, it becomes fully Krishna conscious or liberated. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So apareyam itastu anyam prakritim vidhime param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. So in the previous verse we had seen how Krishna explained 5 material energies or gross material energy and 3 subtle energies of his. Both are considered to be together called inferior energies of Krishna. So what are those 8 energies? Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham. Earth, water, air, fire, and ether or sky. These are considered 5 gross material energies of Krishna. And there are 3 subtle energies which Krishna also mentioned: Man, Buddhi, and Ahankar. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. We cannot see them, but we can perceive them. We can understand that somebody has mind, somebody has intelligence, somebody is acting out of their ego, but we cannot really see them physically. Whereas the gross elements, we can see them physically. So these are the, together 8 constitute the inferior energy of the Lord. So there was Apara Prakriti, and now he is covering his Para Prakriti or superior energy. And what is that? Jiva Bhuta. Jiva Bhuta means the living entity. We, the living entities. We means when we say we, I'm not this body. There is a spirit soul within me. Who is that me? And that is the superior energy of the Lord. All of us are that spiritual spark, that superior energy of the Lord. So, apareyam itastu anyam prakritim vidhime param. This is para prakriti. And what is the relation between this para prakriti and apara prakriti? Yayedam dharyate jagat. Yaya, by this superior energy, idam, this whole world, jagat, dharyate, is moved or is functioning. Because of the superior energy, the whole world made of matter is moving, is functioning. Just imagine if there were no living entities and there were only nature, mountains, or the nature, the tables, chairs, and without any living entity, they are not conscious. The matter is not conscious. The living entity is conscious. So that is the difference between the living entity and the matter. Now why Krishna is mentioning this? So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is giving a beautiful analysis. The point is, the living entities, even though they are managing the world, they're making the world move, but still they also are the energy of the Lord. They are not independent. They are also energy. Energy is always dependent on the energetic. If there was no energetic or the person, the energy cannot exist by itself. So the living entity exists because of the Lord's existence. The living entity is always subordinate to the will of the Lord. So there is a beautiful statement here in the purport, what Prabhupada is mentioning. Energies are always controlled by the energetic, and therefore living entities are always controlled by the Lord. They have no independent existence. What does it mean? The living entities are always controlled by the Lord, just like the energy is controlled by the energetic. They have no independent existence. What does it mean? Does it mean that because we are energy of Krishna, God, we are always controlled by God, we don't have independent existence? Therefore, whatever we do is being done by God? Because we are always controlled by the God. Does it mean that whatever we do is done by God? Why? Because we are always controlled, no? So, we have free will, yes. So, does it mean we are not being controlled? The fact that we have free will means that we are not being controlled. We can do what we want. Is it right? What does Prabhupada mean when he says, energies are always controlled by the energetic, and therefore the living entities are always controlled by the Lord. They have no independent existence. So it is just like government always controls the living entities or the citizens. Is it a right statement to make? By their regulations, by the laws, by the rules, by the governance. The government always regulates and controls the citizens, isn't it? It does not negate the fact that the living entities have the free will. The citizens have the free will. Either they can obey the rules set forth by the government, or they can disobey. What happens when they disobey? They'll be put into the jail, the prison. And prison is always also controlled by the government. So either you are outside the prison and obey the laws of the government, or you are in the prison and obey the laws of the prison. You are being controlled by the government. So this is how we can reconcile between the living entity having the free will, as well as completely dependent, as well as being controlled by the Lord. Unfortunately, this fact is unknown to people. Lokasya ajanataha. The living entity forgets this fact. Oh, if I come under the shelter and the obedience of Krishna, I can be liberated. If I defy the obedience of God, I'll have to be conditioned by this atmosphere. So here Prabhupada also mentions, when one becomes freed from that condition of forgetfulness from Krishna, that is called liberation. So right now we are in a forgetful state of God. We are forgetful of our relationship with Krishna. We are disobedient to the laws of the religion set forth by Krishna. And therefore, it is like we are in a state of existence like a prisoner in the prison house. Our original position is to be always in love with God. God always loves us, whether we love or not. There was one time a person, he has to get some injections every day. So he goes to the hospital. And every day he gets the injection by the nurse. And so every day he says to the nurse, I need to go to my home by 9 o'clock. So please promptly give me the injection. My wife is waiting for me. And so the nurse gives him prompt injections. But one day she gets delayed. And he becomes very mad. And she becomes very intrigued. Every day he comes for the injection. And he loves his wife so much. Let me ask more details about his wife. And so she asks, unable to contain her excitement. What is your wife? Is she some special to you? I know every wife is special to a husband, but you seem to be even more particular. And then he says, yes, my wife is dependent on me. She has Alzheimer's disease. She does not know what she is doing. She cannot recognize anyone. And she has to get medication and proper diet for her disease. She has so many other complications. I need to go promptly and take care of her. And then the nurse says, anyway, anybody can go. If you can hire somebody for that day, they can also go and take care of her. Anyway, she doesn't know. Anyway, she doesn't know you. You may as well hire somebody and to take care of her. And then he says, she doesn't know me, she doesn't love me. She forgot me. But I know her. I love her. I cannot give up her. So the same thing is happening between Krishna and the living entities. We have given up God. Everyone who comes to this world, they have given up God and came. They forgot God. But God does not forget. Krishna does not forget. Therefore, Krishna makes a residence in our heart as Paramatma. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. And he is arranging mattaha smritir gnanam apohanam cha. He is arranging for our remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness, everything that we need to sustain what we want in this world. Krishna is arranging kindly because he loves us. He is eagerly waiting when we will turn our attention back to him. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that every one of us, every living entity has Krishna Prema, love of God, intrinsic to us. It is there, deep inside our heart. That is why when some situation happens, we say, thank God, I was not in that situation. Isn't it? Almost all of us say that. Intrinsically it is there. A rich man was looking down from his posh window of his residence, and he was looking at a poor man picking up some thrown away food from a garbage bin. And the rich man exclaimed, thank God I am not poor. And then this poor man, he was seeing a person mad on the street, almost naked and behaving weird and getting beaten, thrashed by public. And he exclaimed to himself, thank God I am not mad. And this almost mad person who had little bit of sense saw an ambulance, a person being taken to the hospital in the verge of life and death. And he exclaimed to himself, thank God I am healthy. And the person who got admitted in the hospital, he was being treated. He was saved from his disease, from that emergency. He's a dead person being carried on the stretchers to the um whatever place they keep the dead bodies, mortuary. And he said, "Thank God I'm not dead." But can the dead man say anything? Only a dead man cannot say thank God. Isn't it? Especially if you are a human being, our duty in life, why we are giving the human body, is to pay gratitude, is to show gratitude to God, to cultivate our lost relationship with God. Somebody said, if you want to learn life, different aspects of life, you need to visit three things. One is a hospital, one is cemetery, and the other is, what is the other one? Huh? Court? Probably court. You can see how many people are. Huh? Prison. Very good. Yes, that's the one. Court also probably. So if you go to hospital, you will feel gratitude that, or you will feel the importance of health. How you take it for granted. So we spend our health to gain money when we are young. And when we grow old, we spend our money to gain our health. So many things, we just take it for granted. Our breathing today may be so proper. For some reason, you may be struggling for breath. I had this weird problem some time back. Some muscle contraction, I was unable to breathe. Very difficulty in breathing. And no doctor could find out what was the problem. And later I diagnosed my own problem. It's a little tricky problem. I will tell in person later. So everything we take for granted. Today if we are walking straight, tomorrow something happens, we fall down. Even a small nail that is out of shape, it gives so much problem while you are wearing your pant. When you are sleeping, you put your blanket, that nail causes so much of problem. Everything we take it for granted. So when you go to hospital, you will find the importance of health. When you go to prison, you will realize the importance of your freedom. And when you go to cemetery, you will realize that nothing is permanent. The land you are walking on, which is under your feet, will be your roof at the time of death. So before we come to that stage, we should come to the point of finding that happiness within, finding that Lord within, reawakening that relation. Instead of going for some elusive happiness. Elusive happiness. These students, they actually did this one time in Canada. They were naughty students in the school. So they devised a plan. They got some 3 goats, and after the school is done, in the evening, late evening time, they painted these goats with numbers. And they painted these 3 goats with the numbers 1, 2, and 4. And then they released these goats into the school compound. And these goats started going everywhere. They started passing stool, droppings everywhere, and they messed up the whole place. And it was chaotic, haywire. And come morning, the watchman opens the door, the staff comes in, the principal comes in, students start coming in, and then slowly they figure out that something is not straight here. Everything is messed up. The droppings of the goat everywhere, the classrooms were disturbed, everything became chaotic. And then they went for a search. What happened in the night? And then the watchman came out saying, I found one goat in a corner. And it was named as, it was number 2. And then they figured out that somebody left these goats in the school. And because of that, everything became chaotic. And then slowly they found number 1. And then they were not satisfied. They wanted to find more. There must be more goats. And then they found 4, number 4. And then they formed a meeting. We searched everywhere. We found 1, 2, and 4 goats, but we cannot find third goat. Let's declare a holiday to the team today's school. Let the children go back. Let's keep searching until we find the third goat. And we know that it is non-existing. And they kept on searching. Obviously, they cannot find it. It is elusive. The happiness that we search after, for which we are hankering for, does not come, will not come, because it is not there. In the material world, actually in our Krishna book, you can find it on the book rack, the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto summary. So Srila Prabhupada wrote that book, and George Harrison gave a preface where he writes, everyone is looking for Krishna. Everyone is actually looking for Krishna. Because everyone is looking for happiness. Everyone is looking, they are not satisfied with what they have. But they don't know that they are looking for Krishna. They don't know that they are looking for Krishna. Therefore, they are looking for that elusive goat, that missing goat, not being satisfied with what they have. We are always conditioned by nature to go for that which is always missing. So we have to reform our consciousness. So here it is said, when we reform our consciousness from being the enjoyer to becoming obedient of the Supreme Lord as the enjoyer, when we provide for the enjoyment of the Supreme Lord, when we become obedient to the laws of the government, then we become truly happy. Then there is a meaning for our independence. You may be questioned, why you have to follow the rules and regulations? Why you have to chant Hare Krishna mantra? Why you have to go and offer obeisances to the deity? You are free to do what you want. You don't have to read the book and be guided by these people. You have your natural free will that you can use. You can enjoy life. Why you are taking some austerities, waking up early morning, reading books, chanting, following regulative principles, eating only prasadam? We have to understand that by following the regulation comes independence. By breaking the regulation comes dependence. Just like by following as I said, by following the regulation of the government, it makes us free. By breaking the regulation, it makes us bound. So it is we who have to change. We should not depend on external factors. One time there was this in the office, when the employees came, they were surprised to find that today the person who is restricting you in your growth, in your career, he has been fired and he has been found dead. And it was displayed on the front door of the entrance. And so all the employees who came, they looked at that note. They said, oh, the person who has hindered my growth, he's now dead, he's being buried. And they said, you go to this direction towards the gym area, you will find what is being his coffin. And then they all go there. And everyone becomes so curious. Who is that person who has hindered our growth? Well, at least he died now. So some were internally feeling happy, but some were feeling sad that a person has died. And it was huge rush, and the security had to be deployed. And then eventually everyone came and assembled. There was this coffin. And then they opened this coffin. And everyone was shell-shocked. Everyone became silent. Pin drop silence, looking at that coffin inside. What was inside that coffin? Huh? A mirror. A mirror. They saw themselves in the mirror. And they understood the lesson, the message. Only you can be your limiting factor. If you think external situation will bring you happiness, this material world, you can never get happiness. You may change your job, you may change your boss, you may get a house, you may get a car, but unless your consciousness changes, you become Krishna conscious. In your hands it is there. It is there in your hands. This moment, you can hear this class and start chanting Hare Krishna. Unless you change, nobody can change your life. You are the architect of your own destiny. So here Prabhupada says, by becoming obedient to the Lord, by taking shelter of the Lord, you can become liberated instantly. In one lecture, after the question and answer session, so one disciple asked, Prabhupada, how long does it take for one to become liberated? Prabhupada said, 1 minute. All it takes is 1 minute. How? Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam charanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masuchaha. If you surrender to Krishna, at this moment you can become liberated. At this moment. It is that simple. Just like a prisoner, if he surrenders to the president visiting the prison house, and he agrees to abide by the rules set forth by the president can free him. So a living entity, the Lord is independent, he can do what he wants. If you agree, he is giving a clean concession here, a very liberal concession. If you agree to my regulation, if you surrender to me, I can immediately free you, liberate you. And that starts with the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. 99% of our progress towards liberation depends on chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How eagerly, how attachedly you chant, how sincerely you chant. Chanting means taking shelter of Krishna through his holy name. Just like a child crying for his lost mother. How pitifully the child cries. How helplessly the child cries. The same mood, if we accept while chanting Hare Krishna, immediately Krishna takes charge. So Lord Ram says in Ramayana, if only once a person says, my dear Lord Ram, from today I am your surrendered soul, I am yours, please protect me. From that point, Lord Rama does not leave such a soul. He does not leave such a soul. He always protects such a surrendered soul. So how big is a benediction if you constantly chant the holy name? That is why we always prescribe chanting the holy name is the only way. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, 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 Gatiranyatha. There is no other way, no other way, no other way, but for chanting the holy name of Lord Hari. Especially this mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The easiest and simple, straightforward path for liberation. What to speak of liberation? We will get love of Krishna, that which is not easy to attain, even by the greatest of demigods. That can be easily attained by chanting of this Hare Krishna mantra. So I'll stop here. Any other questions, comments on what we discussed today? So now we will distribute the beads. You can take the opportunity to chant yourself this Hare Krishna mantra, one mala, 108 times. Anybody coming for the first time for the chanting? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So the beads have the mala has 108 beads. So can you give one to me so I can explain? So leave out the one which has thread on top. So hold the one next to it. And on each bead, we chant the whole mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this Hare Krishna mantra is non-different Krishna. Kali Kale Krishna Rupe Nama Avatar. This is Nama Avatar. Krishna is there in the Nama. When you chant and hear nicely, Krishna enters, he dances on your tongue. He enters your ears. And when God comes, when you call somebody big to your home, what you do? You cleanse your home, isn't it? You make the home a nice place for their arrival. So wherever there is chanting of Hare Krishna going on, God's name going on, your heart cannot remain dirty. Your heart gets cleansed for making a nice seat for the Lord. So the most effective way of cleansing yourself from all impurities and seeing clearly who you are. Right now, we are unable to see who we are. The mirror of our heart is full of dust. And when it is cleansed by chanting, Cheto Darpanam Arjanam, when that mirror is cleansed, we can see who we are very clearly. So chanting, do very nicely, very attentively, with the consciousness that the name is Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Deva Munindra Guhyam, Shiva Virinchinutam. That person is there in the word Krishna. So when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, how attentive we should be. So this 108 times that we chant has to be the most attentive. Forget everything happening around you. Forget the kids running. Forget what else is disturbing your minds. For the next 10 minutes, let's completely absorb ourselves in the sound vibration. Krishna is fully there in the sound vibration. Any questions before we start? And we should chant outside, not in your mind. Let that sound vibration come out of your mouth and absorb that sound vibration with your ears. Yes. Yeah. So when you finish chanting on the bead, pull it towards you, go to the next one. And on each bead, chant the whole mantra outside. And recognize that the mind deviates, and it does deviate, but bring it back immediately to the sound vibration. So before we start, let's take blessings of Guru Gauranga. Please repeat after me. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा. So we'll start together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,